Hey guys, and welcome to my review of the USS Vengeance. This is going to be a dual review of both the Hallmark 2014 one that just released and the Hot Wheels version, I believe released a year or so ago. The reason I'm doing it together is because I would be comparing them either way if I just did the Hallmark one, and this would just be a little better way of seeing which one of these is actually the better one. So we're going to start with the Hallmark one, since that one just did release. I have it sitting on one of Eaglemoss's stands because it doesn't have a stand. This ship, when Hallmark first announced it, I was really excited for it because it looked amazing in the pictures. And now that I actually have it, I don't really know how I feel about it. I'm a little disappointed in some aspects of it, but other things about it I like quite a bit. So first off here, it does have lights. It is a Hallmark Star Trek ornament, so it does have lights. As you can see, the fronts of the nacelles light up, and so does the deflector. And then from the back, we have the impulse engines, and the rear of the nacelles also light up. So I do like the lights. Hallmark is always pretty good with lights. There's no light bleed on it whatsoever. The sculpt on this ship is definitely very, very good. If you take a look here, we'll see if we can get it to focus a bit, which we can't. If you take a look here, you can see a lot of the nice sculpted in details on the bottom of the secondary hull. The sculpt on this ship, I feel, is significantly better than the sculpt on the Hot Wheels ship. And that's pretty much it for this one being better, is the sculpt is better. As you can see, there's really no paint details whatsoever on this ship. I mean, it does have windows, but that's pretty much it for paint, is they painted on windows but didn't do anything else. And that's why I'm kind of disappointed in it, because there's no painting whatsoever. No details or nothing. I mean, in the pictures that they released of this ship for promotion, originally it had a glossy look to it, and it looked great. Like, the gloss look really made it look nice. So, I mean, it doesn't need the same amount of details, say, as the Hot Wheels one has, but having that glossy finish would really, really improve this ship significantly, especially following the Kelvin that released last year, which just looked amazing. It had fantastic detail on it in both sculpt and paint. So this guy is $33 through Hallmark, and that's because it has magic with the lights. That's why it is so expensive. Whether or not it's worth that much, that's I'm not really sure. This guy, just because the lack of details with the paint, I don't know if it's really worth the $33. It's kind of up to you. I mean, if you like what it looks like here, and you like it more than this guy, which I'll get to in a minute, then I would say yeah, it's probably worth it, just because the sculpt on it does look really good. I like that you can see the deflector on this one versus the Hot Wheels one you can't, and I do like the details on the sculpt. It is better detailed sculpt-wise, but it's lacking massively from the paint department, so we'll just put that down here. If we can get it to sit on this stand, probably won't be able to. Move that back. And now for the Hot Wheels one, as you can see, the painting on it is pretty good. This is also die-cast. The saucer is die-cast. The secondary hull is plastic, and then the nacelles are plastic. Like I said, the paint detailing on this ship is really nice. It has a very nice paint detail, but the sculpt isn't as good. And I don't like that you can't see the deflector on it. I know that retracts and whatnot in the movie, but I don't like that you can't see it. It just looks kind of weird not being able to see that deflector dish. And as you can see with the pylons on this aren't nearly as thick as they are on this one. I like this one more. And then the nacelles are also a little bit different in shape. I like, again, the Hallmark sculpt is better, I feel, for that. And I also don't like on the Hot Wheels ship how it's so obvious that these are plastic versus the rest of it. Like, there's no paint on the nacelles whatsoever, and that really doesn't look good. And then, of course, the pylons and the nacelles are kind of a softer plastic, so they move. So those could potentially either bend or break. And here we are from the front. You'll see the difference here. The Hallmark ship is more accurate to the movie version, I feel, just because the nacelles look more like it did in the movie. The sculpt in general on this one is significantly better, but the paint on this one is better. So it's kind of what matters more. Is it the paint, or is it the actual sculpt of the ship? that's more important to you. And this one is cheaper. I believe this one was $20 or so. It might be cheaper now. And it also came with one of the movies. I think Walmart had it included with the Star Trek Into Darkness movie. So that's kind of cool too. But I don't know. I'm kind of torn. I don't know which one of these I like more. I wish you could just put them together and have the paint job on this one, and this would be the best version. I mean, the lights on this are definitely nice. It's definitely a plus, and being able to see the deflector is also a plus. But I'm not really sure which one I prefer. They are the same size. They are exactly the same size. It's just the paint is where the big difference is, and the sculpt. Again, you can see from the warp and the cells the differences. And other than that, the saucers are pretty much the same. Again, there's more detail on the Hallmark one. Same thing with the secondary hull where the deflectors are. There's more detailing on the secondary hulls of the Hallmark version. So I do like the Hallmark one a bit more, I feel, than the Hot Wheels one. I just wish it had at least the glossy paint job that it had in the initial pictures. I do feel like that would definitely improve it a bit. This one, definitely worth the money. This one, not really sure. Don't know if I'd really recommend it for $33, but it's going to be only available this year, and I'm sure after that the price for it could go up. So if you really want a good replica of the Vengeance, and you don't mind spending the $33, definitely go for this guy. It's out now for a limited time, and then we'll be back again later in the year when Hallmark usually has their ornaments available. So yeah, that's it for this. I'll see you on Friday here with a review of Eagle Moss's Deep Space Nine, their first special that they released, so that'll be pretty cool. And yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you then.